Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophie and I make videos on slow living and minimalism. One of the reasons why I wanted to adopt to a more minimalist lifestyle was because the idea of living simple with less sounded really attractive to me. This really helped me to become more intentional in all aspects of my life, including my finances. Over time, I noticed that I was cutting back on my impulse purchases, mindless spending, overconsumption. Instead, I'm able to now focus on my long-term money goals. Minimalism isn't necessarily about spending less money, but channeling our hard-earned money towards the things that we actually value in life. By putting in a little bit of effort to be more resourceful and organized, I noticed how big of a difference it really makes. So here are 8 minimalist habits that can help you to save money. Consumerism becomes excessive when we buy beyond what's needed. Since adopting a more minimalist approach, I realized how much money I was spending towards things I didn't even need. Or even worse, things I didn't even know I was paying for. From spending too much on clothes, cute little decor items, apps, subscriptions, memberships, excessive utility bills. This all started to add up very quickly, yet I wasn't any happier because of it. I think that's how the vicious work to spend cycle begins. As lifestyle inflation starts to creep in, we have to work even harder and longer to keep up with our spending habits. And we spend because we want to treat ourselves or because we feel like we deserve it. But what we truly deserve is a life free of debt and free of financial worries. I noticed a lot of my excessive spending was out of carelessness. Having a budget, frequently checking our statements, being more organized, and determining our priorities can help us to restructure how we choose to spend. It's not about obsessing over every little penny, but more about being careful so we can spend money on things that we truly value in life. I made a whole video on the benefits of decluttering and how we should implement this as part of our routine, but what happens to all the things after we declutter? Instead of throwing away everything, I like to go through the items and see which ones I can sell first. It's always a win-win situation because I can get rid of all the clutter in my home while making some money back from these unwanted items. For the past couple of months, I've been listing my stuff on Craigslist, Amazon, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace to find a new home for my belongings. It was kind of frustrating in the beginning. I felt like I was spending more time on it than it was worth. But now I found a system to streamline the process. If you can't sell your items, then another great way to get some money back is by donating it to a nonprofit or a charity to get some money back from those unwanted items. You'd be surprised at how many great organizations that are out there and the people who are in need of those things. One of the core principles of minimalism is to simplify all areas of our lives. And I think we can bring this concept into the kitchen as well. Meal planning has been a game changer for us. It saves us so much money from eating out and also produce going bad and the decision fatigue of always wondering what we're going to eat. Of course, we all want to eat healthier and more home-cooked meals, but our busy schedules can prevent this. By selecting our recipes ahead of time, we can shop, prep, cook our meals, and have it ready for us at any time. So that we don't get bored of the same meals, I'll batch cook 2 or 3 meals and freeze some. So we just need to heat it up when we come home from a long day. This way, we're not always tempted to spend money by eating out or gravitate towards junk food. We can take the concept of simplicity and bring it into our homes. I used to always be in the hunt for the perfect decor item or a painting or vase that would fit perfectly into my space, but I came to a clear realization that I really didn't find any value in these items because when I started to declutter, these were the first items in the donate or sell pile. More than ever, I'm learning how to appreciate the empty spaces in my home instead of trying to fill every room with something. For simple decor, I do like to have plants in my space. I love the green that it adds to my extended living space, and also it acts like a privacy fence from my neighbors. I've been propagating plants from my cuttings, and it's such an easy way to work with what I already have. It's so easy to do this with my devil's ivy, monstera, pineapple, succulents, and it's a great way to add life and green into my space without spending any money on other decor items. Minimalism is all about living with less, and I think that also includes eliminating unnecessary expenses. Repairing something might be more effort and more time instead of just purchasing something to replace it, but I think this mindset can help us to save a lot of money in the long run on an individual level, but also help to slow down product waste and reduce what goes to the landfills. Surprisingly, so many things are simple to fix. And now we have the power of the internet to help us fix pretty much anything. If you can't do it, it might be a good chance to look up different services in your community. Get to know your local tailor, cobbler, handyman, electronic technician. Yes, you'll have to pay the service fee, but it will most likely be a fraction of the cost of the brand new item if you were to replace it. We just picked up these bikes from Grandma's house and I'm so excited to ride them. It's not exactly the beach cruiser that I've always wanted, but it's okay because I know that I will get the same value out of them, and I think that's what's important. One of the ways that has truly saved me a lot of money is to take the time and do the research ahead of time. I found that the more informed and organized I am, the less likely I'm able to make impulse purchases. I try to do this with every purchase I'm going to make, so something as small as picking out the right shampoo or going to pick a restaurant we want to eat at, to larger purchases like looking up reviews on a camera or a lens or researching the market before we invest in a property. I noticed that I have less regrets about my decisions, and I cut down my impulse buying habits. By taking a little extra time to research, it gives me the time to ask myself if it's worth the cost, what will be the cost of use, will I get enough value out of it, is it something I want to take care of, is it worth taking up the space in my home. After going through these questions, I can really filter out the things I need to purchase, and sometimes I'll decide not to buy it at all. Shopping secondhand is second nature to me now. Before I buy anything, I'll look at secondhand stores, thrift stores, garage sales to see if I can buy secondhand first. If it's only going to be used once or twice, we can even borrow from our friends, families, neighbors, or look into renting it. If we can get the same value out of the item, I don't think it's necessary to buy it brand new at market price when there are people who are also trying to get rid of that same exact item. I feel like there are already so many things out there in the world, and if we can do our part to try to look for a secondhand or pre-owned item first, then we can really make a difference in slowing down product production and stop throwing away perfectly good items that could be used in someone else's home. My mailbox and inbox were always filled with promotions, coupons, discounts, just unsolicited advertisement. And this can feel really overwhelming and exhausting. Not to mention really tempting to want to spend money on that good deal that you are always missing out on. If you are like me and don't want to spend your time sorting through mails and emails, or you don't want to be tempted by these sales and offers, then I highly suggest taking an afternoon to unsubscribe from the newsletters and email promotions from all the different companies. If you want to stop getting unsolicited mail, emails, and phone calls, I'll leave a link in the description on how you can opt out of receiving them. Not having the constant reminders of the Black Friday sales, promotions, discounts that's going on really helped me to stop making impulse purchases. If I need to buy an item, I want to be the one doing the research to find the company I want to purchase from, and not the other way around. These are the 8 minimalist habits that can help you to save money, and the best thing about it is just little simple adjustments in our day-to-day, and you will be able to see the effects in the long term. Another YouTube creator, Alex, made a video on investing and minimalism, which I thought it was a really interesting video, so if you want to check it out, then I will leave the link in the description below. Thank you guys always for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye.